Okay, today I'm going to show you how to close this binding strip to complete your binding quilting. Okay, so what I did was you have two little pieces here, and I just cut one of them, just kind of in the middle. And then I like this little ruler, it's kind of nice to have. You're going to measure your binding strip, which is usually about 2.5 inches, which is what this one is. And then fold this little piece down here, and you've got your extra piece, and you're going to lay it on top of your first piece that you cut. And wherever you cut that first piece, which was right here, you're going to measure 2.5 inches, which is the width of your binding. So I'm measuring 2.5, and I'm going to put a little pin right there so I'll see it. And then I'm just going to trim this second piece right here at 2.5. Okay, then you're going to take this piece and let's see, lay them on top of each other, and you're going to sew at a diagonal. And what I usually do to make sure I'm doing it right is I kind of pin it in place to make sure I'm sewing it correctly. So I'm just going to kind of pin it like that, and then after you sew it, you see that you're kind of doing it in the right direction here. So take my little pin out and get my little pieces under the sewing machine. So I'm going to put this edge corner here and this corner here, and kind of straighten it out and put it up under the sewing machine. And I'm going to sew from the top corner down to the bottom corner, and hope I do pretty good with it. You could probably pin better than I'm doing, and I'm not pinning at all. So, and you just kind of sew at a diagonal, which you also could pin and mark, and I'm not doing any of that because I've done this too many times. And sew to your next corner. We'll see how that turns out, or how that looks. And that looks pretty good after I trim a little excess away here, which is what I'm going to do. And normally I go over to the iron and press it real nicely. You've got your little piece there, and you just kind of can finger press it right here like I'm doing here. Finger press it down. Then I'm going to go back to my iron, my sewing machine, where I had sewn and stopped, and I'm still on a little less than 1/4 inch. That's just what I decided to do this one with. And I'm sewing this binding down and finishing that little edge. I'll show you in just a second. So I sewed it in place. It's kind of puckered there, but that's not going to show because I'm doing it fast for you. And you'll see what's really important is this side. And we're going to press it back and sew it down. And I usually go to the iron and press all these down and press them back before I decide if I'm going to hand stitch it. And you can see the little mitered corners, how pretty they are when we stopped and started. Each corner has one of those. And after I get it all pressed pretty and sewn, then it's just going to look like this little binding here, the old one that I'm replacing. So I hope this was helpful. Bye-bye.